It's the latest exclusive News 11 Emerson College-The Hill poll has Missouri Republican U.S. Senate candidate Eric Schmitt with a big lead over Democratic challenger Trudy Busch Valentine. News 11's Mike Colombo has the new polling and reaction from both campaigns.
Out of the more than 1,100 people sampled who say they're very likely to vote, Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt has an 11 percentage point lead over Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Trudy Busch Valentine. 10% of those polled are undecided.
Busch Valentine, favorable, but trailing by a significant margin.
Spencer Kimball is the executive director of Emerson College polling. 33% of the people sampled have a very favorable view of Eric Schmitt. 20% have a somewhat favorable view of him.
He's over that 50% threshold for voters, and Busch Valentine's in the 40s. So she has a lot more work to do to improve her name recognition. So I think at this stage of the race, he's really winning on the name recognition, which obviously carries a lot of weight in the state.
The Schmitt campaign responded with this statement. Poll after poll have affirmed that Missourians want a U.S. Senator who will fight for working families and stop the reckless inflation-creating policies of the left and Joe Biden. The heiress Valentine doesn't understand the plight of working Missourians or the harm caused by inflation because higher prices for everything means nothing to an heiress with access to tens of millions of dollars. The Busch Valentine campaign responded with a statement that reads in part, "The results of this poll don't show anything new. Eric Schmitt's decades-long record as a career politician was always going to afford him an early publicity advantage. An advantage the campaign says it's working to narrow. This week, through our new ads, voters are now learning about his extreme positions of helping to sell nearly 150,000 acres of Missouri farmland to communist China and racing to implement the most restrictive abortion ban in the country that strips millions of women of their basic freedoms. The political newcomer and Anheuser-Busch heiress won her Democratic primary by 5%. Schmitt defeated his closest Republican primary challengers by 24 and 27% respectively. Kimball says Republicans traditionally come together before the general election.
On the other side, I find that the Democrats kind of hold that grudge a little bit longer and might take a little bit more time for those campaigns to come together, particularly because the Republicans are generally in line on the issues and the Democrats have more of a divide, I find, on the progressive versus moderate wings of the party.
45% of respondents said the economy, jobs, inflation, and taxes is the most important thing determining their vote in November. Threats to democracy came in second at 15%. Abortion was third at 13%. Who wins on the economic issue? Kimball says it's Republicans. I'm Mike Colombo, News 11.